If you're looking for a rugged, off-grid, solar-powered adventure trailer with all of the details you've been wanting, then stick around. I'm going to show you the Pause X 22.4. Incredible features. You don't want to miss this. Hey everybody, I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV. So excited today. This is the Pause X 22.4. It is their first Pause X trailer. You can see it's got a great patio on the back. It has an option for a king bed or twin beds, solar, generator, all the things that you guys have been asking for, and I'm going to show you all the details. It's 26 foot 10 inches long total. Now that includes the tongue. The weight on this is 8364 according to the brochure, so not a bad base weight either for everything that's included in this trailer. There's a lot to see. I want to head inside and get started. Walking in, of course, the hatch that opens on the back, awesome. You've got a wide open space back here on the patio. It opens with a flip up hatch and then the base folds down. It's so easy to set up. Yeah, check our YouTube channel because our tech channel probably will show you how those details work. It's easy. And then you've got this nice open space. Yeah, but the cool part's up front. So I want to start right up there and talk about front to back how this trailer works. Let's head up here. The Pause trailer is known for its luxury. The king size bed, no exception. This is very comfortable. You get the full 80-inch length. So for those of you who are making sure the bed fits you, no problem. And some of you may be saying, man, I thought it had a twin. Well, it does. You can order this with a twin or with the king, and you know, they both have big advantages. When you have the twin, you have easy in and out access, of course. Now you can add the panel in the middle and make it a king with the cushions, but you order it strictly as a king, you get a little extra storage. So on this, you've got a shelf down both sides, and you'll notice up at the top, there is the pop-up panel for all the electric plugins that you need. So both sides set up. And then you've got storage underneath, the two open cubbies. So both sides, yeah, you're not going to be fighting over which one is yours. You've also got storage right underneath here. Let me show you real quickly. Now all the cabinets in the Pause are going to be metal. You know, that's one of the things that they do to make this super rugged. It does have the powder coat on it. Now down here, these nice snap latches that you'll see throughout the coach are going to keep it secure when you're going down the road, but you get two nice sized drawers, about 5 inches deep, you know, about 2 feet long. Doesn't get any better than that. You notice they have a nice soft close so you don't have those metal drawers banging around. And over here, you also have a full closet set up. So at the top, let's open this up. You've got two latches, one at the top, one at the bottom. So you've got a hanging space at the top, a nice big shelf underneath. You know, this is over 2 feet deep, so a lot of clothes can fit in here. Then you've got two more drawers. Awesome. So these just pull open. Now they're not quite as deep. They're only about a foot, well, deep. As far as length, they're only about a foot long and maybe 5-6 inches deep. So a little bit shorter, but still great storage. Now right next to that is the control for the Truma Vario heat, because yes, you have two controls on this heating system, one in the main center and one in the back in the bedroom. So yeah, one person wants it colder, one person wants it a little toastier, you can adjust those. So having two Truma Vario heats, really nice. Another thing that you've got is a second TV right back here. So makes it really comfortable to watch TV in the bedroom or up in the living area, whichever works for you. Now something they've added in this is these Sirocco fans, and really nice. If you're not familiar with those, They are really nice because you can point them in any direction. You can set 3 different speeds on them, and you can set a timer. So you may only want it to run for a little while, then cut off. It's really quite incredible, and nice looking too. As far as fans go, doesn't get any better. Those fans are attached underneath more storage. So you've got a nice cabinet on both sides, again, about 2.5 feet long and maybe 18 inches deep. Nice covered storage cabinet in the first, and then open bins behind that. So great storage in this king-size bedroom. You've also got really great storage in the twin, so don't worry about that. If twin beds is what you're looking for, great job here. It's going to be a nice setup either way. Instead of just having a pass-through, they have set this up so you can have a separate bedroom bathroom. These door latches, they're a little different, but they just want to keep them solid. So push down here. It is, again, an aluminum door, but you just open it up and it's got a magnetic catch, holds right against this rail, and you've got an entire separate suite. Super nice. They put a towel rack on the back of this, hang your bathrobe, whatever it is you need. And when you step inside this shower, you actually have a separate curtain, so you can leave this door open the whole time. This door isn't your barrier into the center, which is nice. So open it up, make that bedroom bathroom suite, and you're good to go. Maybe you just want to make it so, yeah, you're closing off the bedroom, but the bathroom is available to the living area. You can do that as well because you use the other door to the toilet area, and it's going to catch as well. So now you've got your bathroom available to everyone in the living area, and the bedroom is separate. I don't know, it's ingenious. Let's take a look inside. We'll start right over here. You do have porcelain toilet, really nice. You know, in a trailer like this, you really want that residential feel. You notice we've got hooks on both doors. Really nice. Again, it really is the small things. Now, starting over here in the sink area, you've got a great storage up at the top with an aluminum cabinet, door that flips right up, so it's about 1 foot deep. Plenty of space up there, and I really like the recessed lighting at the top. So you don't have to turn on any lights in here, particularly if it's daytime. You've got a nice window right here. You may want to pull the screen down just for a little privacy, which would make it hard to see in at all. But if it's nighttime, you just pull up the blackout shade, you're good to go. So that recessed lighting is going to keep a little bit of light in here. A nice black framed mirror here. It's got some style to it. Of course, all of the hardware is going to be black, but they put a nice round bowl porcelain sink in here and a little bit of counter space next to it. So it's exactly what you would expect in a trailer this size with this level of quality. A 110 plug to the right for all those things you might be bringing with you, because remember, with all the power available on this trailer, yeah, you can run those things in this Pause X. Down below, let me show you the storage here. You've got a really nice little cabinet here with a shelf in between and an upper shelf and a lower shelf, so you can use every bit of space under there. Yep. And of course, soft close on these cabinets as well. Love that. A little towel hanger. You know, it works in here. Let's take a look at the shower just so you'll get a good idea of how quality it is. Now, it's no secret I'm only 5 foot tall, but it's 6'10" inside the main part of the trailer. When you step in the shower, that's where you begin to wonder, am I going to have some space to stand up? Well, you do step up into it, lose 3 or 4 inches, but you gain that 3 or 4 inches with the skylight. So I think you're fine. You've got about 6'10" in the shower as well. The door here slides across. Pretty easy to do. It goes out at the top, so you get a little more elbow room up here than you do down below. I can stretch out a little bit here, and it seems to work okay. It's not the biggest shower on the market, but yeah, Yeah, very adequate. Again, you've got the black controls here. You've got a dual handle with a really nice sprayer. They did upgrade here. I mean, it's the small things, folks. They've got a switch on here. You know how you have these buttons or something to turn the water on and off? You've got a nice switch on this one. Easy to turn it on and off. Saving water if you're off the grid is going to be really important. So really nice thing there. A few shelves built in. It is a one-piece molded shower. That's super nice because you're not going to have to worry about those water leaks. So, yeah. And you step out, you've got all this space to work with. It's very nicely done. But let's get to the kitchen and the living area. Ugh, so nice. The kitchen in the Pause X has the 10 cubic foot refrigerator. Of course, it's 12 volt, but look at the space. You've got a really nice space in here. It's really deep. You've got a crisper drawer underneath, plenty of shelves here on the door. But the thing I like the most is you have a very nice, almost residential style freezer. A big microwave right up here, and it is a convection, by the way. And then you've got the 3-burner stove. I really appreciate the fact of they use the upgraded version. It does have the iron grid on the top. Take it off, easy to clean. Does have the sparker with it. Now let's look, these cabinets under here. The space goes all the way back. You've got a top shelf, a bottom shelf, both about, 8-10 inches high. So great storage there, good for pots and pans. Now underneath, you've got access panels. So they are not any storage at all there. But before we pass it by, I want to mention this little doodah on the wall. So this controls your lighting. They've got great LED strip lighting in this trailer, and you can change colors, you can make it blink, you can make it just plain lighting, so don't worry about that. But they do give you the opportunity to make it, I don't know, fun and different. So we have worked with the one underneath the cabinet. That I believe is zone 4. So you can see we've got it as a green light. Now you can use this control panel to change colors, to make it fully white, to make it blink. I mean, really, anything you want. The best part, it's all recessed lighting, so it's soft lighting, really easy to use. Let's move on to the kitchen. Great countertop here, solid surface. They've done something with this sink that I rarely see. You've got a drain on one side, a cover on the other. So very versatile, as I said. Usually you have the option of one or the other. So I love the half and half. Now, like we talked about in the bedroom, you've got the pull-up panel here. It's really stiff. You've got 2 USBs in the top and 2 of the standard household plugs underneath. Now I've seen these not only here but in the bedroom, so they're out of the way if you don't need them. Now more storage right up top. Let's pop this open. Got a few things in here to talk about, but this shelf, it's 2 shelves that go all the way through, and there is enough room for the smaller cereal boxes on the top there. I use that as a reference just because people are trying to figure out, what fits. Smaller one down here, maybe about 8 inches. You see here, I see this is going to be your tire pressure monitoring system. So TPMS comes with the trailer, all ready to go for you. Another thing that they do with this trailer that's standard is going to be cameras all the way around. Comes standard so that you can monitor every side of this trailer with that 7-inch monitor. Really nice feature. Okay, now let's look underneath. I love that there are 3 drawers here. Now these drawers going to go almost the full depth of this countertop. They're about 4 inches deep. Again, all metal, but that keeps it lightweight and a nice soft close here. More storage underneath. Now what you're seeing under there is all of the attachments that go with your in-house vacuum system. Let's move over here because this is where you see the TV. Of course, one up here, one in the back. It does swivel around so you can point it in the direction you need. Underneath, you've got a Victron control panel. Really love the Victron because that is going to be able to customize to do different things. But it does come set up to do a lot of what you need. It's going to have the smart shut on it, some auxiliary setups. So let's look at the menu here. It tells you your generator's not running. I think you could probably tell that, but you can set it up for an auto start, or you can do a manual start. Your AC, a lot of the controls can be managed right here on this Victron. So I love that fact. If you want to know more about what the Victron can do, again, check out that Princess Craft Tech channel. It's going to have a lot of great information on details like that. Switches right here for lights and awning controls. 110 plug. This is a real smart storage system right here. If you haven't seen it, it just flips out. So magazines, books, anything like that that you want to take with you, just drop right in there and then fold it up out of the way. Yeah, pretty nice, right? All right, now we've gotten to the sitting area or the bar area or the cargo area, whatever you want to call it, because it can do all those things. The first thing to talk about here is that it makes another queen bed. So if you have guests, you have children traveling with you, you can drop this table down, pull the cushions over, and you've got a full sleeping area here. Love that. The table, it's got a wood top to it, very sturdy base legs. You can put this outside, you can leave it inside. You know, maybe you're not a table person, you leave it at home. If you don't need to set this up in a bed, then you could really leave the table at home if you wanted. Now, the other thing is you've got nice seating here, but you can fold this up, make that a bar top, and you notice underneath the table we've got 2 folded down stools. So those stools can sit right here at the bar area, which makes these windows on both sides even cooler than just great lighting. These windows, of course, they're the dual pane acrylic windows that you'll see throughout the trailer. Great big windows on the side of the bed. You've got windows right here at the kitchen area, and then you've got these 2 big ones in the back. If you're not familiar, let me go through that real quick. Now these windows, again, dual pane. They're going to keep the heat or the cold out. As far as today, it's pretty hot outside, so we appreciate them keeping the heat out there just a little longer, even with the hatch open. So open these handles and give this a push. You can hear a click, so it can stop right after the click. Go out a little more. So that gives you a nice open view. You can pull down for the screen, or of course push up for the blackout shade, or you can halfway it, whatever works for you. But a nice open space here, particularly if you're using this as a bar setup. So set up the bar, put a few stools here. You can leave the seating on that side. You've got a nice open space here. I don't know. Doesn't get any more versatile than that in any trailer I've seen anywhere. You can also notice that down below we've got tie downs, because if you're carrying all that fun adventure gear, you're going to want to tie it down. You don't want it rolling around on the inside of your trailer. Now, it's very durable in here, of course, with the metal cabinets. They've got a heavy duty flooring in it, but yeah, you want to secure it for all the reasons. So drop that down. You've got 4 big tie downs at the front. You've got tie down track down this section underneath the seating. So lots of good ways to secure the gear that you want to take with you. Now, on top of that, there's more storage. So up here, you've got more storage cabinets here, and this is the full length on both sides. It is about 1 foot deep, so a lot more space up here for all the things you want to take with you. Now on the end of this storage, you've got the Garmin system, and it can do all the things that it's famous for, of course the navigation, but it can also control the lights, it can turn on the water pump. You can also see your fresh gray and black tank capabilities. You've got 76 gallons in your fresh tank. You've got 30 in the gray, 30 in the black. You can see all the levels right here. You can turn on the heat on the tanks, and the most important thing, that Garmin system can control the air ride system that's mounted underneath. What the air ride system does is, of course, allows this trailer to kneel. You can get lower for traveling on the highway. You can raise it up for rugged terrain. So that air ride system is really what puts this Pause above all else, because it makes it even more capable when you want to go anywhere and camp off the grid. Some other features you're going to want to know about. This coach has the Truma Aventa air conditioning. Man, it's going to keep you so cool, and it's quiet. Doesn't get better than that, right? The other thing is it has the tankless water heater. The controls are right here on the front of the sink, and a 12-volt plug-in, so you've got all the electrical connections you'll need. All right, so much inside, but there's so much outside, so let's go. If you're off-grid, you want to be sure you have sturdy steps and a sturdy handle. I love the length on this, but I also love the way it just folds up. You just loosen it, it slides right back into place, and it's out of the way. And when you need it, no fancy setup, just pops right out, pulls down, and you've got a handle. The steps, I know we all like the ones that just flip inside the door, but there's a problem with that. If you're off the grid, most likely you don't have concrete pad under you. Even if you are at a campsite, yeah, you never know. If the steps get dirty, it all goes inside your camper. So they have changed that. Simply unpin them, and they slide right in here in your step storage. And they're out of the way. So you don't have to worry about your steps getting muddy or dirty. Easy to keep that out of your camper. Let's start right here at the beginning. You've got a 110 plug, of course, always handy on the outside. And right here, you've got that table that folds down. Turned it the wrong way. There you go. There is no cable holding this up. There is no hinge to deal with. It just smoothly folds down, and when you're done, folds right back up. Over here, of course, the outlets, and that is going to be a spray port. Just plug it in, hook it up. You can take a shower, but more importantly, you've got it right next to your kitchen. So open this up, and this is going to be a really nice cooking setup. Up top, of course, you can remove this top piece, and it can be a cutting board. Everchill has this nice drawer refrigerator right here, and sink. Brilliant, right? All included. Just push it down, and your sink is already there and waiting, and your spray port's right there to fill it with water. Good job. Over here, you've got a drawer here for a few things to keep. What you've got in here is that spray port that plugs in right over here that I was talking about, and the gas hose for hooking up your gravestone. So everything right there, ready to go. The front compartment, I love the pass-through storage on this because that gives you such an open space. What we haven't talked about is the off-grid solar on the roof. This guy, you can have 1,080 on the roof, plus 2 of the solar blankets. The exterior solar is going to be 800. So this can go up to 800 watts of solar. That's amazing. All right here and what's on the roof. Coming around front, of course, you've got your recovery boards. You can see the heavy-duty aluminum frame. They've got the MoreRide articulating hitch on the front. Now, if you needed to change this or you liked a different style, it is easily removable with this pull pin. So a really nice job there. In the meantime, you've got a very sturdy articulating hitch for getting off the main road. Right in here, they have upgraded these, latch on both sides, so that you've got 2 40-pound propane tanks. Super important because what you have is a really nice 4,000 watt generator. So open that up, you've got storage up there. I can't see it, but I know it's there, so we're gonna get you a shot of it. Over here on this side, is where you'll see the switch for your hitch right up there. The hitch, you notice, doesn't stand up. It's not going to be in the way of your tailgate, not going to get caught. It is retractable. It's going to come up flush with the frame. Easy to do with the button right there on the side. Now on the driver's side, you have the switches for the stabilizer jacks. You've got one right here on the front, one on the back for the back two. So very easy to set up this trailer. You notice the buttons are all easily accessible, no standing on your head. But I really love the big storage that they have on this side. Now most manufacturers are going to tell you, yeah, we prep you for an extension ladder to get on and off the roof. Nope, Pause has it included right here, mounted on the front of your storage area, so it's always with you and always available. Now mounted on the back side, you are looking at all the controls for your air ride system. There is a switch there to turn that compressor on and off, and easily accessible connections to check it if you have any maintenance you need to do. That Truma hot water, this is going to be your tankless water heater, and the Nautilus system right here. There's another spray port because you've got the ability to plug this in back here at the top. You've got hot and cold, so you've got a shower sprayer on this side as well. And of course, your plug-ins for black tank flush and for a hookup to your water heater. They already have you set for the water pressure regulator. Now that water hose can come up underneath through this hatch on the bottom, and the way you set these dials, there's 3 of them, blue, green, and white, is all listed right above here. So if you want to just run off city water, maybe you're at your house, maybe a campsite, great, it's going to tell you exactly how to set that. If you are running off that 76-gallon tank, they'll tell you how to set these 3 levers to make that happen. So very easy to control here. And this is going to be your solar blanket connection right there. And a real nice setup. Because this hose can come up underneath through the hatch, you can always close this door, keep everything weather tight here. So nicely done. Now, of course, they've got the baggage door latches that are going to close quickly and easily. Ready to go. Poles for your gray and black tank are on the side. You know, that's brilliant because if you're going off-road, you don't want anything hanging down that can get broken off, bent. So I like having those on the side. You do have a low point drain right here, but it's only about an inch below this framing. So you're in great shape. It's an easy place to see the independent suspension that they put on this trailer, and you can see the airbags that are going to give you the raising and lowering that we talked about. So all of that is part of how Pause makes this trailer so off-road ready. Over here, another exhaust port, but in the back, we've got all the controls. 3,000 watt inverter with this trailer. Of course, when you've got all the bells and whistles, that's going to be really important to make sure every plug inside is going to be capable. Over here, you've got the servo for all the connections on your Victron. You've got 2 50-amp solar charger controllers. With all this solar, you want to be sure you're getting maximum power. And over here, the DC to DC battery charger that is part of this system. All the equipment right here makes it very accessible, very easy to get to. You've got the 30-amp plug-in right here if you are at a campsite, or maybe you want to plug in at home. You do have the switch here that I mentioned earlier that is going to control both of the rear stabilizer jacks. And I mean, the real star of the show is this back patio. Pretty spectacular. So your hatch kind of makes a nice little shady awning. I don't know, great feature, right? A few more things to show you. There is a full-size spare right underneath here, so when you're folded up, it's going to be on the back of the trailer. Now, coming back around, you do have the switch for the other rear stabilizer here. There is a rail here. Now you can add any accessories that you want. But the best part about this trailer is the off-grid capability. You have 570 amp hours of battery on this trailer. You can have up to 1,800 watts of solar. Wow. and 3,000 watt inverter. You have a 4,000 watt generator. So you can have all the power that you need off the grid, queen bed, twin beds, patio, and just the list is so great on what this trailer is about. This is the Palomino Pause X 22.4. So call us here at Princess Craft if you have more questions. I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV. I'll see you next time.